That's not something that we're required to do. A referendum would be a public vote. Should we proceed with that, it would be a resolution or a motion at the board level. Secondly, I just want to briefly address the statement regarding topping in wells. The town is not looking at that at this point in time. It's not something we've really discussed, and from the standpoint, I mean, question, is it a water well or is it a gas well? Certainly the town does not have control over permitting gas wells. We've had some brief discussions about possibly, and I'm saying possibly, looking at a well for the hamlet of Guilford, but we're not even, we haven't even put an RFP out to take a look at that yet. Okay, number 2.
Hi. I'm only speaking on behalf of myself. I don't represent anybody.
Lunch Victor, please address the board.
Fine. It's important that I say that, and I'll just say it towards you. I am only speaking for myself. I'm a taxpayer in Guilford. I don't represent anybody except myself. I need to make that clear. I'm just questioning this. At the present time, it's my understanding from other meetings that I've been at, and I can be corrected on this, but it's my understanding that we have some wells in reserve, but they've also, according to the most recent testing, the arsenic levels were so high they couldn't be used. So my question is, in the future, if the town decides that, you know what, it doesn't pay to keep Guilford Lake as an aquifer because, you know, the pipe is this or that, or it's too expensive to repair, and so we've got to do wells. My question to you would be, if you had to drill new wells, I know there's a timeline there, but more importantly, something that hasn't been talked about yet, and I don't, as a taxpayer, want to be surprised later, who pays for new wells in terms of drinking water? Just the people who use the wells? Does the entire town and all the taxpayers pay for the wells if we have to use them? So I'd like to know before it happens how we pay for something like that, whether it's just a user fee or whether every taxpayer pays for something like that. It's never been discussed. I think it's a very important question, and we shouldn't wait until we're in the midst of it to know an answer to something that, I know you know the answer to that, so I'm hoping you'll consider telling us.
Okay, first of all, the town water system, and once again, Mountain Water and Guilford Water are entities within the town. They are special districts. They are self-supporting. We do not have any wells in reserve. There is a backup well for the Guilford water system that was put in within the last 10 years, if I'm correct on that. It's used as an alternative supply if we have issues with the lake, which we did last year with damage from the flooding. If a new well is drilled for the water system, the cost is borne in its entirety by the water system, by that special district. It's not borne by the town as a whole. Okay? Anything else board members would like to add? Okay, number 3, please.